There we go.
Hey folks, how's it going? My name is Street. However, it's not about me. It's about what I can show you how to better have more control of your canine companion. This here is roughly about a 2-year-old blue Chinese Shar-Pei. Some of the behavior issues that he have is he like urinating on the furniture, clothes, etc. However, using it where he's not supposed to. I had the opportunity to work with this dog 3 days ago for the first time. And before you get a dog to learn what it is that you want them to do, you have to have rules and you have to have a means of showing them what it is that you want without confusion. First of all, you see here I have him in uniform. That's a 6-foot leash, flat buckle collar, or martingale. Some people use choker chains, but choker chains are for perfection. That's if you're doing competition. You just want a well-behaved canine companion. And then I like to use the tab. The tab is to make them think that they're always on a lead. So the leash becomes the extension of your voice. But ideally, canines learn by smell. So what I do is I associate a certain command with that confidence that has a certain scent that comes out of my pores and scent glands. So I can't get him to successfully do what it is that I want him to do unless he understands the basic commands. And everything that we want them to do, they do it every day, all on their own. So he's in the stand position. I'm going to put him into, you can call that the down. So I step off with my right foot. I get to do my hello dolly and position myself back to him. So if I move that right foot, they're not moving. I bring him up to a sit. I'm assisting him. He's still in the heel position. I move the right foot. I don't want him to move. He moves. I'm simply going to shape him back into that position. I'm not going to hold him there. And I'm going to step off with my right foot. Basically, I'm letting him know, hey, if I move that right foot, you're not supposed to move. So ideally, it's going to allow you to create distance in a short amount of time. So now he understands the commands. The most important things and fundamentals of canine training is helping your canine become successful without confusion and distraction. A lot of people like to use the treats, they like to use the clickers, but dogs learn by smell. So the scent of you having that clicker and that treat is not the same without it. And a true alpha don't go out and make a hunt and come back and give it to the pack member that he wants to show love and affection. So whenever you call your dog by name, you want to show them what a come is till you get consistency. And one of my components is RCL. Repetitiously, consistency equals learned behavior. So, Newton, come. Oh, good boy. So then I get to shape him into the SIT because now he understands what it is that I want. I'm not going to hold him there, but I'm going to show him that off with my right foot. Gets up, I'm going to shape him back into there. A gentle nudge is as if and you telling him to hold his post. So now, being that he understands the commands a little bit, because we just now showing him, and we probably have about a roughly 10 repetitions into this behavior. But when you get to 100 to 200 repetitions, it's going to look totally different from these 10 to 15 reps that we've given him thus far. So I'm showing him, I'm moving that right foot, you're not supposed to go. I'm not holding him back. So now I step off with the left, I get him to follow, he's there, boom. I get to condition him to get back up here, guiding him. Good. Right here. There we go. Good boy. Good. Yep. Hand and arm signal. He's in that position. I move the right foot, my hello dolly. Now when he starts to get that routine, Then if you give it a name, then he associated with that behavior. We just showing him what it is that we want him to do in slow motion. Once they get to that 150 to 200 repetition, then you just that stepping away. He gets up. I just bring him back. These are the breaks. Get him back in the same spot. Because look at it, we showing him what it is that we want him to do. One of the things that I mastered as well is, look, when you talk to them, you confuse them. It's not like your dog sat in a classroom and learned the English language or the definitions of what you command. It can be whatever you want as long as you're consistent. When you repeat the command, you confuse the command because the scent and energy that comes out of your pores changes. So their scent vocabulary never gets any validity to the commands that are given. This way you can also show them how to heal in a small space without using prong collars. So now I have him at a stand. I move the right foot. Don't hold him there. Good. Gives me the opportunity to get out in front of him. Then I get to show him what a sit is at a greater distance. Those hand and arm signals are never going to change. Only difference is eventually you won't have to utilize the leash. The right foot is very important because you're basically saying stay without saying that. The command is whatever it is you give them. You shouldn't be saying stay. So now I get to bring him up. That's the command. I move the right foot, he's not moving. And then if you want to release them, okay, good. And you let them go. Newton, come. Good. So basically you're just showing them what it is that you want them to do and how you want them to greet you. You're the alpha. So this is the first step. So I'm going to take a quick little break, and then we're going to bring him in, and we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty of why he has to come visit me, being that he has behaviors that he like to urinate on furniture, clothing, etc. But we're going to fix that and help him differentiate from the outside to the inside. But once you close the communications gap to where they get the commands that you give them, then the other training becomes easy because you've already closed the communications gap of showing them what it is that you want instead of having them guess what it is that you want. Thanks. See you in a few. Peace.